Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, Power of the Elements is legal starting today, so August 4. Let's take a look. Sprites featuring Adventure. As you know, this is completely different compared to the OCG where they still have Maxi, and obviously the Adventure package, Brave package is hit. I believe, you know, some cards are limited over there, so obviously they don't play it. And currently a lot of Spright lists are based on the OCG, you know, the standard 40 card package, well 40 sharp I guess, featuring I guess most of the time Diva. Deep Sea Diva seems to be currently the most popular one, but I've seen the Nimble Beaver Angler build as well, so there's options. But I feel that, especially with the European Championship coming up in a couple of weeks over here in Europe, obviously, that the Adventure package definitely has potential still in Spright. This, as you saw, the current build is counting 47 cards, which is a lot, obviously. There are some very delicious cards in the main deck, something like Super Poly, which I feel is currently under the radar, but it's very powerful in a lot of matchups. Against Tier, speaks for itself. Against Spright, as you just saw, there's a couple of options to Super Poly there, right? The most common one currently is to hit both Toad and Dupe. If they have it face up on the field. First go into battle phase, as you know, Spright Elf can only be used or cannot be used in the battle phase, so that's why, again, entering battle phase, use Super Poly on Toad and Dupe, and then, you know, just attack over Spright Elf, so that's tremendous, that's very, very solid for only one card, well, and the discard, right, but that's where I guess the Adventure package could come into play. Spright is not really the deck that has the capability to discard cards, even though I was running Droplet for some time here in the build, but I switched it up eventually for Dark Ruler, just in case, again, if you're going second against Tier, against Spright, speaks for itself. This actually turned out to be a very good duel, but a really close one as well, but again, if we, remembered the opening hand for the opponent here, very solid double Toad negation. I believe the Spright, the monster negator was also there. Multiple hand traps. Ash was there, I think. Imperm was also there. And now Follow a Place, Dark Ruler as well. So you see, again, that Super Poly there was again very, very crucial to, first of all, clear the board and, go from there. Establish your own board and your own Toad here in this mirror match, obviously. So, again, 47 cards in the main deck is, of course, a lot. I think with the Adventure package, you can definitely run more than 40, like 42, 43, 44. But 46, 47 is a lot, so I definitely want to find some space to, at least some cards to cut from the main deck. And I feel that, especially going second, as you know, the Adventure package is good. Both going first for that Omni negation, a potential Crow or Ash for your opponent, to force it out, or Ogre, right, on your gigantic Spright. But going second, it's fantastic as well to break boards or force out hand traps. I guess there's two downsides. If you're running or incorporating the Adventure engine here in Spright, is your normal summon. And as you saw, I eventually put in Diva again. I was running the side package, Artifact Side and deck, but I wasn't really too keen on that. But instead of that, I added in back the Diva package because of this. The capability of keeping a potential Helki play live during your opponent's turn. Not only because of that, but it's a nice side effect, right? Not artifact side, but side effect of, and again, this is nothing new, but the capability of leaving your Helki face up on the field, during your opponent's turn, tag out for Locusts, again, forcing your opponent to, discard a card, I think, and then immediately Formula Synchron Chain-alike to go for Omega, so you're basically getting rid of two cards from your opponent. And the thing is that people might either lean towards builds with a lot of hand traps, or people might start to think why should we run like 12 to 15 or 18 hand traps while we can just main board breakers like Dark Ruler, the Slayer card, the new one from Power of the Elements, etc, etc. So cards that you know, are very well or very easy to pick from your opponent's hand with that Locust into Omega combo. So again, it's something to keep in mind. The format is still quite you know, wide open, and I think in an upcoming weekend we will have our first local / regionals where, you know, players are actually having the real cards and trying them out. Right, so the first results I'm expecting past weekend or upcoming weekends. So Ashrol's there. I think I searched it. Here's one of the games where I still was running the droplets. You know, droplet going first, going second. Obviously, it's very nice, but again, Sprites isn't really the deck that can afford those discards. Then again, the adventure package is there, so you can afford some discards with the adventure package. This was an okay duel, but I think I misplayed here. Yeah, you will see it in a couple of moments. So, this is what I was talking about, right? I mean, people might start to think that against Spright, you need so many hand traps that it might just be better not to main deck too many hand traps and go for board breakers. But yeah, obviously Ash, DD Crow are the best ones still, so you're not going to drop those. So anyway, here was it that I overlooked a Shaddoll in the graveyard? I'm not sure. But the Spright engine, the Adventure engine is going to get, you know, popped. Well, Fateful Adventure, that is. Carrot. I was running Carrot at some point, but because of space, again, I opted to drop it from the main deck. It's still testing. I'm only running the whatchamacallit, the Monster Negator, the fire one, yeah. Pot is still there. You know, you're digging for power cards, talents in the main deck if you're going second or even first, right? Again, many people are main decking a galore of hand traps, so I feel talents here in this format, especially early on, is very solid. So get up the potential negator, hand trap negator in, you know, in favor of a gigantic Spright. Elf hits the board. There is the DD Crow, the one of hand trap, and Nibiru here would be yeah, terrible, but I mean, it is what it is. People are, you know, not running Nibiru anymore, but that's a thing. It might be a good thing to main deck Nibiru again, but you need to main deck more hand traps to, let's say if your opponent is like the Griffin to negate like the first hand trap, then you should Nibiru the field, right? Nibiru becomes much better if you have another hand trap next to it, Veiler or whatever. Yeah, something that I had in the main deck as well were Gammas. Going second Gamma is blowout. It's if you're not main decking Gamma, it should definitely be a side deck staple, because again, going second, it might win you the game to prevent the normal summon from going through in case of Spright. You know, it negates the effect, plus it pops the card, and Sprites cannot, you know, special summon themselves from the hand if you don't control, let's say, a level 2. So that's why Gamma is solid. But there's just no space in the main deck. Then again, you know, Super Poly as well, it's also one of those cards that, you know, might go in, might go just side deck. The extra deck needs some tweakings for those, right? So last example, I think going second, and yeah, here it is. Here it is why Gamma is so strong, and I feel should be main decked, and that's the second thing what I was telling, you know, before, the second disadvantage of this build, of Spright Adventure. You know, the normal summon, you can't use your normal summon Diva, that's the first one. And the second one is hand traps. So, as you saw, I'm already, what is it, running 47 cards in the main deck. There is just no space to main deck more hand traps. So I guess if you're not running the adventure package, you have more space to keep the deck 40 sharp. Again, I guess make the consistency as big as possible, and go for more hand traps, like Gammas as well. That's the thing. And maybe teleport to, just in case if your opponent Gammas, you can teleport and get another level 2 on the field, even though it's only a Gamma, a useless Gamma. But any level 2 would do to, again, get your engine going. So I definitely like the build. You know, something for Euros or upcoming weekends, locals, regionals. The deck is still very strong. I'm looking at Adventure. The Adventure package is still very strong. But people might overlook it and try the pure Spright version with Divas or Anglers, right? Herald might also something that Herald of the Arclight for the extra deck with Diva, you know, because it's so good against Tearlaments. But I mean, there's so much stuff that I need to test. But again, if you have tried something like this, definitely let me know. But feedback is always appreciated. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead him signing out. Peace.